Hello everyone and welcome back to the G-Scale Train Guys. Now today I have the LEGO Technic Rough Terrain Crane. I wanted to see if it could lift up one of the train cars. Now I know that it will not be able to lift up the train engine, for it is too heavy, but I figured it would be interesting to see if it could pick up the train car. Now while I'm getting the crane set up, let me explain to you where we are with the outdoor and where it is set up right now. So right now we are set up in my den using a couple 4-foot sections of track along with the turn pieces and the switch pieces to provide a fun indoor loop. At the time of recording, we are only, I think, close to 5 days off of Thanksgiving, and so it is chilly outside, so work on the outdoor train area has halted. We're working on getting some rocks to place out there to set the train on. That way we do not have our walnuts falling onto the train track and it getting stuck or the train derailed. Now everything on the crane is a little slow because it is all geared down from one motor, and so it does take a little bit longer. I have tested the crane upwards of 1.5 pounds. I am sure it can do more, but since this is my personal Lego set and a little bit costly, I did not want to risk damaging the crane. Now I do have the normal Lego Saturn V rocket, and if you want me to do anything, maybe by transporting a few of the sections of it on our train, go ahead and leave your ideas in the comment section below. Now we're going to go ahead and move the train onto a side track so our crane, can pick up the train and move it on. So we'll go ahead and get the train parked and move on from there. We'll go ahead and lower the hook down so I have a rough idea of where we will be picking up the train car. Now these are Lego chains, normal Lego chains, and although they can pick up a decent amount of stuff, they are somewhat limited. Now I have tested this before and I can tell you that nothing goes horribly wrong, but it's always a good idea to maybe not try this if you have all this stuff. Now this is the Pico Mighty Hauler train car that we are picking up, the one that comes included in the kit. We have loved our kit and nothing has gone wrong with it electrically. We did have a few of the smaller attachments fall off, but that is our own fault. We don't have necessarily a dedicated area to store our train car, and so it was bumped and one of the side railings fell off. So as I finish getting these chains hooked up, we will begin lifting momentarily. Now most of this stuff you don't have to do, but because I had tested this once before just to make sure it would work, I did figure out that it is helpful if you do add one link to prevent it from sliding around. So we'll go ahead and get the train car hooked onto the hook and begin lifting right after we separate the train car from the rest of the train, because we don't want to lift up the whole train. That would be bad. Alright, so we'll put some tension on to the train car and we are off the track. So one small problem you could say is that the train car will be rotating throughout the lifting process, but there's not too much I can do about it. So we are going to go ahead and rotate the train car around. There is the ability to do this electronically through the gearing. That thought just didn't occur to me. So we'll go ahead and begin to lower the actual train car back down to the track. But we are going to have to extend the arm before we do that, which consequently does bring up the train car. Alright, we will begin now to lower the train car back onto the track, and it will need a little help in order to get perfectly aligned, but that's not a big problem. Alright, so it is now back on the track and the tension is off the chains. So now we'll just go ahead and detach the chains from the train car and get the crane out of the way and detach the chains from the train car. Alright, so now we have those off. We will do the other side, and then I think we'll back the other train up so it can come pick up its other train car. Alright, you do have to ram the train car for it to actually attach, but it's now attached, and as you can see, moving on. Well, I want to thank you all for watching the G-Scale Train, guys, and tune in next Sunday for an even better video. See you later. Goodbye.